this is extremely frustrating as a fan myself. Like, listen, Rob and I, we get the title of content creators, podcasters, but guess we are really in the end. We're fans. We don't front. We're not former NFL players. We're not credentialed media members. We're just fans.
We're just two goofballs that like football.
We're just fans that are obsessed with the Giants. That's what it boils down to. And we all know the story last year of the planes with the banners going overhead, and we were calling for people to do like crazy. We wanted a squadron of banners around the stadium.
With the Red Baron.
Like, if they were geese, we want them to be called a gaggle. Like, we were all about having all of these planes with the banners. And it's because we know that this stuff bothers John Mara. And clearly losing doesn't. I joke. He actually does care about the winning and losing is a sad part. He really does, but not enough to change his ways. But that's the whole problem. And these banners were meant to embarrass him into huge, drastic, dramatic change within the franchise. And there is not enough medium cokes in the world, guys, to make up for what happened last year.
No.
I'm sorry. There's not. We were an embarrassment. We were an embarrassment because this team purposely ignored holes in the roster. Purposely. We only have one starting quarterback. I said one starting cornerback, and he's never been a CB1. He's always been a CB2, except for a couple of games during injury where he got smoked. What do? Ignore the corner position. And then very, very late in the offseason, let's go sign Adoree Jackson back because he's there. We have a quarterback in Daniel Jones who's always injured. It looked like crap the year before. What do? Do we get him legit competition? Somebody actually could beat him out in the training camp?
Sure we do.
Let's get Drew Lock. He's a safe pick.
He's a lock.
It's like, you ever like see those skits in like a 90s sitcom? I'm gonna say 90s. It could be 80s, could be 70s. They would do this as well. But like where like the girl is dating the guy that her parents are going to hate. So she brings by somebody else as the fake boyfriend. Like, that's Drew Lock. You're not going to hate him. He's a nice guy. He's got some NFL resume. But yes. But in reality, it was Daniel Jones with the tattoo and the leather jacket that was beating the crap out of our franchise for the last couple of years. Like, that's where we're at. John Mara just doesn't seem to comprehend the frustration of Giants fans. This is what Paul Schwartz of New York Daily News said. He said, it was not money well spent. Mara was completely unmoved by the aerial displays and was not at all intimidated by the messaging. If anything, it made him more determined not to bow to mob mentality pressure to get rid of general manager Joe Schoen and head coach Brian Daboll. You know what I see when I say that? I don't give a shit about the fans.
Or I feel like it's kind of BS because it's you want to look strong, even though you're pissed. People, fit.
Hold on. Look at this picture. Does he look strong?
He looks pissed.
He does. He
looks miserable. He looks defeated. He looks like he's upset by planes flying with banners behind him, talking about how crappy his team is.
No. I want you to picture this blue jacket he has on with a badge instead of NY, and your parking meter just ran out of time.
Oh, you're definitely getting a ticket.
But it's just like, at what point, like he wants to portray this whole I care about winning, and he does. Like I said, guys, listen, I don't doubt for a second that John Mara is actually legitimately a guy who wants his team to win. He wants to be proud of having this team. It's got a lot of pride for him and his family. His father ran it. His grandfather started it. Like, there's a lot of pride there. But when it boils down to it, when you say that kind of stuff, if that is truly what happened, this is Paul Schwartz. This is not John Mara quote. I don't want to make it seem like this is definite 100%, but this is being reported by a legitimate Giants source. When you say something like that, they want me to fire him, and I'm not going to succumb to their mob mentality, and I'm more determined than ever not to give in to their demands. You're not negotiating with terrorists. You're negotiating with the people that pay your freaking bills. Like, don't make us seem like we're ISIS over here.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to just tell you to stop the bull. Because as much as John Mara wants to win, you know who wants to win more? Us. The fans. People have been suffering for 10 years, not profiting off this loss.
Well, that's it. As a fanatic, as a fan, you're always losing money. You're spending it, giving Mara his profit, his paycheck, his house, his his second house, his leg seat, and his family. Like that's what we're paying for.
Yep.
And Giants futures and
listen,
seats and medium cokes, but whatever.
All this stuff behind me, that was not free. That all cost money. John Mara got my money, and what did he do with it? He gave it to Daboll and Schoen. And if he doesn't understand why that pisses me off and pisses a lot of us off, then he's not ignoring the mob mentality. He's ignoring the people they should be listening to the most. The people that are diehard fans, the people that have supported this team through thick and thin. And like I said, it just sounds really tone deaf. It really sounds tone deaf. Yeah. And I'm hoping this is not true. But listen, Paul Schwartz is not going to put it out there if it's not true.
Once again, maybe I'm reading too hard between the lines. I think when you come out and say a statement like that, it's more of like, obviously he's going to listen to the fans. Like he's listened to the fans before. He's come out publicly saying that he's trying not to fire coaches right away and staff.
Mm-hmm. It's not right away when you're going to the fourth year.
It's not. He talks about giving these guys a longer shot, and I think it's more of he's embarrassed, and now he's just kind of, he's embarrassed that this stuff's waving, that it's happening in his stadium. It's flying over his stadium during the games where he's supposed to be making these money. People aren't paying for tickets, and he's selling them at the cheapest that they've been at.
But that's the bad part. They're selling the tickets. The fans are reselling them for nothing. He's still got his money, and that's part of the problem. And I really do wish that, and this is not just the NFL. This is a sports problem as a whole, because I'm going to use the Tampa Bay Rays as an example here for a second, because of the fact that I live in the Tampa Bay area. I live like literally 15, 20 minutes from the Tropicana Stadium, what's left of it at least. When you go into a team like that, for example, the owner is their problem. He refuses to spend money, and that's why that team never wins a championship. This case, Mara is a problem because he refuses to kick his family out of the front office and put real people in power. Call it like it is. He's keeping his war soldiers and his friends and family all in positions of power that don't deserve to keep it. So what I think should happen is the NFL, and every sports franchise for that matter, should incentivize winning. Whatever profits are shared, because we don't know necessarily the business aspects of this, there is a certain percentage of profits that are shared amongst all the owners. Things like TV contracts and that kind of stuff that's just set. And they divide it equally amongst the 32 teams. You want to get an owner to care about winning? Start dividing it based on wins. You'll see owners start caring real quick. When it starts affecting their pocket, that's when they'll start caring. And it's a shame that a suggestion like that even has to be made. And again, John Mara wants to win. I really don't doubt that whatsoever. I don't think he seems to want to win enough for him to actually do something about it, though. Wanting to win and doing things to win are two different things entirely.
Yes.
It's like sitting there and saying, I want to lose weight, and then never going to the gym and eating all the fatty foods you want.
I was literally about to say, it's like, I want to lose 40 pounds, but I had Burger 25 twice this week and slugged a whole bunch of beers.
I wasn't going to bring it up, Rob, but now that you mentioned it.
There's a difference.
I just say it's just frustrating and annoying. So
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.